Henry, first, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, good.
loud and clear. Okay, so welcome. Welcome, everyone. This is our first Global Heart Resonance in March. And I welcome you all to Good of Whole and Heart of Resonance experience. Let's begin by taking a pause and open to the energies at this time of year, the beginning of March, where there is a lot of activity happening below the soils of the earth in preparation for the newness, the new season. Sorry, I momentarily lost my script. There it is. So here in this Global Heart Resonance Circle, it's a unique space where we come together to embrace a new emerging worldview, where each person is valued and can thrive and contribute to the greater whole. We come here to discover, to rediscover, and to experience the experience of resonance and immerse ourselves in the resonant field, where we are nourished and we nourish others with our presence, with our participation in this reservoir of the heart. And we invite everyone to a place of really living from your wholeness and feeling interconnectedness as a living experience. So in this circle, we find ourselves continually being informed with new information from the field itself. And it's a shift from usual meetings. Instead of having large conversations and dialogues, everyone is invited to listen and speak from the collective consciousness and from our innate wholeness. Just a little reminder first, not to use the chat unless you're having trouble speaking, and not, this isn't a time to advertise. So John will be bringing forward momentarily the reflection for today on undefined love. And here in Boulder, we have a little more undefined snow outside. So John, I invite you now to share the reflection.
You hear me? Yes. Okay. Welcome everyone on this wonderful March morning. Maybe we could just close our eyes and take a deep breath just for a moment. Feel in our bodies that wherever it may occur, that vibration of our wholeness, of the energy coming through us. Simply resting in gratitude for this incredible experience of life that we've been given. So I'd like to share this morning. I will start with a quote from Thomas Berry. We will recover our sense of wonder and our sense of the sacred only if we appreciate the universe beyond ourselves as a revelatory experience of that numinous presence whence all things come into being. Indeed, the universe is the primary sacred reality. We become sacred by our participation in this more sublime dimension of the world about us. Sweet quote from Thomas Berry. What does it mean when we say, I love? What does it mean when we say, I love? It often means we feel affection, attachment, or the mysterious feelings of union with a person, an object, or an experience. We often attempt to solidify that experience so as not to lose it. We do that by naming it, labeling it, defending it, projecting it, or doing our best to recreate it. Most of our decisions and actions are a result of our desire to hold on to this experience of love. However, love, the infinite flowing wave, is vibrating as the resonant field. What if in defining it, we diminish the flow? What if the flow increases as we come together and share in the resonant field of love without defining it? The experience of our heart resonance gatherings is just that. Love flows without boundaries. As we share in that love, we begin to vibrate in that frequency, and our lives become amplifiers for the good of the whole. And let me say that again. As we share in that love, we begin to vibrate in that frequency, and our lives become amplifiers for the good of the whole. I'd like to leave you with just a simple question to hold in your heart and share as you wish. What emerges as you experience and embody undefined love? And how might this shift our relationship with others and with our communities?
Thank you, John. That was beautiful. So still resting in that experience, in that inquiry of the experience of love, of the mystery of love. Before we begin the sharing time, I'd just like to speak just a few simple guidelines, especially for new people, is to keep yourself on mute unless when you're speaking. And also invite you, if you're on the phone, to you can send a message to chat if you're having trouble speaking or unmuting yourself, or on the phone, I believe it's pressing *6. Not sure if that's been updated. And we invite you to begin by saying your name, so those who are on the phone will know who it is that's speaking. And to speak from your essence, maybe even from your undefined essence, from your heart to the whole or to the center of the circle, and speak from your experience. What's your experience right in the moment? And rather than long stories, to share the seeds of your inspiration in the bottom line. And limit your contribution to 1 to 2 minutes at a time, and you may speak more than once. And when you're finished, your sharing acknowledge that you are complete. And very important is to leave a pause between sharings, so we remain connected with the field, with the landscape. So I place the talking crystal into the center of the circle. Invite your sharings.
This is Cassandra. I love the love field. And what I know is that when I am aligned with it, when I'm paying attention to it, that no matter what spirit-driven or global event happens, anything occurs, that I am a part of something that is bigger than just the little love that I am. And I love that, John, that you did not limit the word love. I think that that's our healthiest place of meeting, from that moment where we are feeling love for each other. And I'm feeling it, and I'm complete.
What emerges in me when I allow for the experience and the embodiment of this undefined loving? I get to experience my expanded self. It's like I have a new eyes to see the magnificence of what is occurring. And I was not seeing it before. And become engaged with that magic. I become part of that magic that is happening below the surface. I am one with that. It's just happening, and I find myself there. Before that, I am separated when I have defined it as my needs, wants, desire of my mind, my old pattern. And I am looking at something that I I don't quite know what is happening. But what we are saying, the undefined love, I always have named it for me, is like loving with no strategy. Loving not to have the mind to get its needs. It's like asking the mind that all your needs would be fulfilled if you come with me to a new place. And that the emergence happened. I was having a conversation before this call with my brother that he's been deep in depression for 10 years and almost dead. And now he has chosen to say yes to love, yes to life, yes, I'm still alive. I want to have an experience of being here before I go. So it just, I would say that for me, there is a price to pay. And the price is our mind. In Eastern mysticism, they talk about die before dying. Meaning surrendering fully the mind to the source of life and saying, take me, I am yours. I am complete. No.
Good morning, this is June from California. And as I listen and as I become aware of what undefined love means to me today, is that it's that place that is always present around me. And it's that place that if I am willing to open and not plan love, not search for love, but just open to it, that the delight of being alive, the joy at receiving from others or from nature, especially from nature, is so powerful. And so as I think about what is it that happens with undefined love, is that I can be anywhere, involved in anything, and just open my awareness a bit more, not be so caught in anything that's going on or looking for anything, but just open. And it's just amazing the joy that comes in, the delight that comes in, the awarenesses of things that otherwise I don't see. I find that the more I can walk through the world without thought, but just open, just saying, what is it that I have to see out here? What is it I have to feel out here? That all of a sudden I see things, or I am touched by things that are so powerful and so meaningful, because I've opened the door. I am not looking for something. I'm not expecting something. I'm just exploring life, and it's just an incredible feeling to be able to shift, because what what I find it does for me is that I can be caught in something, a thought, an issue, a problem. And if I can just step up a little bit outside of it and see what else is going on around me, a smile can come on my face. But more importantly, it's that feeling inside that everything's okay. It's not only okay, it's just so flowing and so deep. And so as long as I can remember that those places are always there and get up and outside of what's going on in the moment, that undefined love is always there for me, and I so appreciate it. And I'm complete, and I pass the talking stick on.
Good morning, everybody. Also from California. Don't know why I woke up with a sexy voice, but I just did. So I feel good, but something in my throat. So what I notice when I'm in that love field, what I notice about my frequency is that I slow down and everything gets brighter. The colors get brighter. And I breathe differently. And then I think all of that moves to me talking less and listening more and being, not having the need to talk, but being fulfilled to just be in the frequency. And it took me many years to understand that. And it's something I'm still intrigued about. But that's what happens for me when I'm in that field. And that's what happens for me when I look at all of you and participate with you on Monday mornings. And I like that. And I'm going to look for little snippets, like find a habit of this out in the real world. Well, I think this is reality, but out in the other parts of my world, to bring this reality wherever I go. And maybe just breathing, picturing all of you, picturing this quilt that I'm looking at now, seeing everybody as this little quilt when I'm out and about in the world, and then just breathing it in. That's really slowing down. Thank you. I'm passing the talking stick on.
Hello, Jess from Wales with my little talking crystal. I'm aware of the irony and the paradox that we are each bringing our definition of undefined love. So it strikes me that we're all talking about how we feel, experience, embody undefined love, and even the moment we put it into words, we're defining it. So the old classic of the map is not the territory comes to mind. But for me, I think I could simply say that undefined love is having an open heart. For me, when I approach things with a really open-hearted, open-minded outlook, it comes close to undefined love. And with that, I pass the crystal back in. I'm complete.
This is Cassandra. I'm going to have to leave, and I will be very sporadic over the next 90 days. But I will be with you in spirit, and I will presence myself at this time wherever I am, and intend to just be with you in solidarity, and know that this is anchoring us in. This little group is anchoring us in. And so with that, I am complete for good. And I will see you the next time I'm able to be with you. Mwah. Much love.
This is Henry. There were a couple words in Thomas Berry's quote that stood out for me. That is a revelatory experience. And where he speaks about recovering our sense of wonder and sense of the sacred. Only if we appreciate the universe beyond ourselves as a revelatory experience. So I think what people are sharing is their revelatory experience of love in their, so it's growing out of the experience, it's growing out of the moment, and in many moments, a constellation of moments in our lives that keep returning us to that revelatory or unfolding experience of love and the impression of those feelings, not the words, are what is the key feeling and touching and nourishing part. And I am complete.
So good morning again, everyone. John in Boulder. As I was sitting with this undefined love, I began to realize that when I pick up a newspaper, when I watch the news, when I watch commercials, when I go anywhere in this three-dimensional world, especially in our Western culture, definitions of love abound. They're everywhere because it's a great sales tool. Those of us that have not had the direct experience of resting in the unified field to any great extent are longing for that love that comes from the unfiltered universe. And so, of course, in this three-dimensional world, there are many people who profit from that, And so we get entrained, I believe, to search for love, have moments of satisfaction from connecting with the love vibration, and yet it's through something. And I began to look at my own pattern of when I looked for love in another person. I had a pattern set up, and others have said that already this morning, so I'm just reiterating that. But those patterns and those longings and those filters defined what that love would be, and in many cases it became limited in a way. And then I began to, through good of the whole and through experiencing the resonant field, really getting it inside that the love that I've always longed for has always been here, as everyone has said. And when I'm really in my great freedom and allowing the field to inform me without filters, without definition, I have this overwhelming, visceral experience of that love. Unfiltered, boundless. And when I rest, as others would say, in that and attuned to that love, I'm guided exactly to how I can be for the good of the whole, and being part of the good of the whole, have miraculous things happen for myself and for those around me. And realizing that that love is continual, infinite, ever present, and I realize that there are few things in this 3D world as they're presented offer that continuous love. And yet now, having learned and experienced and developed the process with all of you to rest in that resonance, many beautiful things are occurring that just reflect that. Not a defined love, but that undefined love. And in its infinite capacity, it always has been and always will be. And the fear has left. The rest in the field has become the norm. And even when I see things outside of me that are extremely disturbing or not in the field, I'm able to rest in the field beyond those experiences. And I do believe that as we allow that vibration to continue from us as a community, as individuals, within that greater love space, we're doing the best we can for the good of the whole. And I'm complete.
This is Julie in Nebraska. I'll try to speak without coughing. I'll put myself on mute if I cough. I apologize. I'm like reveling in the power of the word undefined, as we are all labeling with language and defining and diminishing, really, the power and the potential of undefined love as we even just listening, say something's outside the field, and it's like, well, what's outside the field? Is there anything truly outside this unified field? And just also this undefined feels poetic. It feels creative. It feels like if I can abandon myself into the energy and essence of undefined love that fuels the birth and creation of all things, there's nothing else. So then it's like, okay, this resonant field, this unified field, we go into scientific terminology that breaks it into really small, finite definitions and objects, and and then we go into the ancient spiritual traditions and ancient spiritual wisdom that says this is what it is. It's like so fascinating, that play from head to heart and from right brain to left brain and from spoken word to written word to the ineffable of undefined love. So I'm like, I'm reveling and listening and reveling in the silence, and truly understanding the undefined love as that place of no form or structure, yet the place where all form and structure comes through. It's funny because I was writing about that, hearing John's theme and writing trigger that within me this morning, or did I wake up with that? But I've been writing about that formless place this morning, and just marveling in the no form and structure. So this undefined love, thank you for this. And it is a fun exercise. It's almost like the wave and particle of our conversation. It's like we're coming into form and no form, and defined and undefined, and words and the ineffable. And it's poetry and it's a dance, and I'm having fun with it. Thank you. And I'm complete. And I didn't cough. This is good.
Beautiful. Thank you. What is present into the no form coming to form and being part of that dance of magic in coming into the form. What is present for me is how I have defined undefined love. I have brought it a form for me to create a bigger context that I can operate from, the definition of love. I put it under 3 words: nurturing true needs of creation. Nurturing true needs of creation. In that context, I find myself as the creator. That is giving to every circumstances what is needed to grow and blossom into its own truth. What was said the other day, I was watching Heart Math series on Gaia, and from the place that we are together now, I found how limited, how from the scientific, it's like the view from being the subject and object, just looking, the mind looking, interpreting what heart's supposed to be. Versus that unseen, unformed of it, being inside, riding from that place and experiencing what truly the beauty of this creation is. So I'm seeing, it's like we are going somewhere with that. It's pieces are coming that maybe there is more. You said it, that the map is not the territory. What hard math bring and the scientific understanding is only the view of the mind. The view of the heart is missing, but it's presenting itself here for each of us to just deepen inside of that. And who knows, maybe something is emerging to express itself through this resonance field, not through the math, through sitting, being one with the flow in it and viewing the creation. I see that my heart is very happy to see us. Wherever is this taking us? Mm-hmm. I'm complete.
Hi, it's Deborah, sitting in the snow of Boulder, Colorado, in contrast to Tucson Desert. And I'm just putting my vibration into the field of undefined, unknown, limitless love. Thank you all. Happy to be here.
Good morning, everybody. This is Tammy in upstate New York. And I recently been kind of brought into an awareness that everything you're saying is resonating. The unlimited, undefined, that we are infinite possibility, that we are just an embodied, multifaceted, energetic being in this physical realm. But the non-physical world is limitless. There's so many levels for us to evolve to. Love is an energy. We take that into the field, we leave a footprint for others to follow. So I feel like we're kind of guides We're expanding. In this life, we're just an embodied energy that's beautiful, that is a exploration of our consciousness. How far can we go? Huh. You know? and she does this. When I talk, she talks. But these out-of-body experiences, the deep meditation that we do, the out-of-body experiences almost is a misname, because when we go inside, that's our infinite possibility. How far can we go? And may we all train like athletes in meditation or whatever we're doing to up level, falling up our consciousness, to evolve so that we can keep going. So, I'm complete.
Hi, this is June again. As I was sitting listening, what words came to mind was the field, that place that we talk about being in, that essence that we do live in, that is undefined love. And what we do is we experience in that place, define it, and decide what it means or what it's about. But I really believe that all that space, that field that is created by by the soul, by the love inside of us, by the love of the universe, that is all undefined love waiting for us to experience it in whatever form we're able to, and in whatever way we name it. And I think the more we name it is to help us feel safer or stronger, rather than just not naming it and letting it be who we are and what we experience. So I'm complete.
Let me just throw this in real quickly. I've been writing a bunch, and I just wrote this down, and I know it may be gross to some people, but I feel as though that love, that undefined love, is like the elixir, the universal elixir that brings all experience through to us. It's kind of like the KY jelly of the universe. I just threw that out there, but it's all of our sensuality, all of our when we fall in love, when we attached love, yes, those are all forms, and they come and they go. As someone here was saying, maybe Julia's, the wave and the particle are interchangeable and fluid, and love is that fluidity of the universe that passes through all of our forms. As we learn more, as I learn more and more to allow the form to appear and to disappear, I get to spend more time in the resonant field, in the love, in that elixir. And I can't think of anything else on the planet I'd rather do. I just thought I'd throw that complete.
I'd like to invite everyone to take a field breath. a love breath, an undefined love breath. And now to invite those who haven't spoken yet. So those of us who have already shared to just be the undefined banks of the river.
Good morning, everyone. This is Karen in Costa Rica. This has been just a beautiful call. I'm still trying to, I haven't gotten a lot from the universe to say as far as how I take this out to the communities, other than what I'm being guided to build, the communities I'm being guided to build. However, the love, undefined love, to me, that's why it's undefined. It's a state of being, it's a feeling, it's just, you know when you have it. There's just no way to explain it. It's an experience. So, and when I read what was sent, the first part about the picture of South Park, what caught my attention more, and I missed what I was supposed to be paying attention to on Undefined Love, was, and then the question at the end of that was, where do you get the boundless sense of being able to see forever? I just thought that was awesome. And I started pondering that last night. Where do I go? What am I doing when I get the sense of a boundless sense of being able to see forever? And so we didn't talk about that today. Maybe we'll talk about that next time, because I thought that was an awesome question. And I was thinking about that. And I think it goes hand in hand, because seeing forever is a lot easier when you're experiencing undefined love. So thank you all. The Monday calls are wonderful, and really helps me get in a good space and grounded every week. So I'm very appreciative to all of you and all the shares and the ability to be here. So thank you. I am, as Kate would say, I'm forever incomplete, but complete for now.
So for me, since the beginning, Erica, your picture on your screen to me expresses in so many ways that undefined love, the heart, the color, but also it's like a radiating sun at the same time, and maybe even a flower or some kind of a plant underneath. I see leaves. So it's almost like a perfect or one perfect depiction, expression of that. So I invite you, Erica, if you like to just presence yourself or just to share. And thank you for joining with us. And now, before we close, just like to open to something that maybe you would like to harvest from this sharing. And maybe just a feeling or some kind of experience, even a revelatory experience, to just open to that.
A new understanding is emerging.
And for those of you, oh, Nancy?
What just came to me is it's only a breath away.
And for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, Shelley, her presence is there on the screen, but she's taking her mother to a doctor's appointment. And she's in Florida presently. So she wasn't able to be with us. And now I invite everyone to take yourselves off of mute and maybe just to take a breath, and we sound together yum, and maybe this time let it be an undefined yum together. So take a breath. Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
Shalom.
Thank you all for joining in. Blessings. Have a great week.
You too, Henry.